NBC5 Academic Challenge, NBC5 News meteorologist Jeff Heaton.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to NBC5's Academic Challenge. The two teams fighting it out for tonight, we have Cascade Christian versus North Valley. Now, before we go through the rules of the show, let's introduce the stars of the show. We'll start with Cascade Christian and a freshman, Mariah Tarr. Next to Mariah, a freshman, Andrew George. Next to Andrew, a sophomore, Jackson Williams. And next to Jackson, a senior, Charles Hanneberg. And the coach for Cascade Christian is Debbie Swope. And now for North Valley, we start with a senior, Daphne Lyda. Next to Daphne, a senior, Andrew Schoenborn. Next to Andrew, a senior, Anna Patch. And next to Anna, a senior, Leila Belcher. And the coach for North Valley, Greg Patch. So here's how we play the first round anyway. I'll ask questions to both teams, worth 10 points if answered correctly. 5 seconds to respond after I've finished reading the questions, or we toss it out. 15 seconds on some math questions. Those will be announced in advance. And keep in mind the judge's decision is final even if the outcome of the game is affected. So let's begin. Our first question is science, both teams. This is the heaviest alkaline earth metal. Its chemical properties mostly resemble those of barium. Atomic number 88. What element is this? We never started out easy. Radium is the correct answer. Toss-up question now. Both teams, history. This was the 15th president of the United States. Anna.
Buchanan.
Buchanan is correct. Next question, both teams, literature. This is an acclaimed 1982 novel by American author Alice Walker. It received the 1983 Pulitzer Prize for fiction and the National Book Award for fiction. It was later adapted into a film and musical of Jackson.
The Color Purple?
Color Purple is correct. Our next question, a geography question, both teams. Out of the following 4 states, which has the most northerly border? Wyoming, Iowa, Illinois, or Indiana? Anna.
Iowa.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Cascade Christian. Out of the following 4 states, which has the most northerly border? Wyoming, Iowa, Illinois, or Indiana? Jackson.
Wyoming.
Wyoming is correct. Our next question, a mythology question. What nymph, a daughter of Atlas, imprisoned Odysseus on the island of Ogygia for a number of years before Hermes ordered this nymph to release the hero? Cool music too. Calypso is the name of the nymph. Toss-up question, both teams. Here's a music question. His symphonies include ones nicknamed C and London. For 10 points, identify this English composer of a Fantasia on Greensleeves and Fantasia on a Theme of Thomas Tallis. Vaughan Williams is the correct answer. Oh boy, it's a math question, and yes, you have 15 seconds, but you have to listen carefully to this one. Natalie and Jack went to a movie. They started the night with $50. They spent $13 on tickets, $9.50 on refreshments. How much money did they have left? Anna.
$27.50.
That's correct. Next toss-up, a history question, both teams. John Mitchell cited the Espionage Act in attempting to arrest Daniel Ellsberg for releasing them, though they stayed public because prior restraint was rejected in New York Times versus United States. Robert McNamara commissioned what secret documents about the Vietnam War? The Pentagon Papers is what they were called. Our next toss-up, geography question. This state's governor prevailed in a contentious recall election involving Tom Barrett, the mayor of Milwaukee. Name this state governed by Scott Walker from its capital, Madison. Jackson.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is correct. Our next toss-up, a history question, both teams. This man led the Myrmidons and was revered by a cult on the White Island. Name this son of Thetis, a Greek combatant in the Trojan War who had a notable vulnerability at the heel. Leila.
Achilles.
Achilles is correct. Next toss-up, both teams' geography. Famous for its black gondolas and canals. This city, Anna?
Venice.
Venice is correct. Next toss-up, both teams' history. What number U.S. president was Bill Clinton? Jackson.
43rd.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for North Valley. What number U.S. president was Bill Clinton? Anna.
42nd.
42nd is correct. Our next toss-up is a math question, but only 5 seconds. This is just a definition. 5 seconds to answer this math question. Simple identities for this operation are grouping and difference of two squares. Name this operation often used to find roots. The breaking up of a polynomial into polynomials of lesser degrees. Anna.
Factoring.
Factoring is what we're looking for. Next question is a history question. In what U.S. state did state troopers attack civil rights marchers on Edmund Pettus Bridge? It's in Alabama. Next toss-up, a geography question, both teams. This national capital was a city with a great history, formerly known as Byzantium and Constantinople. Jackson.
Istanbul.
Istanbul is correct. Next toss-up is a geography question. What country in Central America is bordered by Nicaragua to the north, Panama to the southeast, the Pacific Ocean to the west? Jackson.
El Salvador.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for North Valley. What country in Central America is bordered by Nicaragua to the north, Panama to the southeast, the Pacific Ocean to the west, and the Caribbean Sea to the east? Daphne.
Belize.
It's Costa Rica. Next toss-up, both teams, current events. Who is the current British Prime Minister? Jackson.
Cameron.
Cameron is correct. Next toss-up is a science question. What American city did Felix Baumgartner, the Austrian sky jumper, jump over to set a world record for sky jumping? Andrew.
St. Louis.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Cascade Christian. What American city did Felix Baumgartner, the Austrian sky jumper, jump over to set a world record for sky jumping? Jackson.
Los Angeles.
Roswell, New Mexico. Toss-up question, both teams. This is odds and ends. In what city would you find the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Jackson?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio is correct. All right, next toss-up, both teams, law. The word I'm looking for begins with E. It means the net worth of a person at any point in time. It is the sum of a person's assets, legal rights, interests, and entitlements to property of any kind, less all liabilities at that time. What word am I looking for? Daphne?
Estate.
Estate is correct. Next toss-up, both teams, history. What state did John F. Kennedy represent as a U.S. Senator before becoming U.S. President? Jackson.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is correct. Next toss-up, geography. What country is a unitary democratic parliamentary republic in Europe? It is at the crossroads of Central Europe, the Balkans, and the Mediterranean. Its capital and largest city is Zagreb. What country is this? Jackson.
Croatia.
Croatia is correct. Next toss-up for both teams, literature. What Shakespeare classic includes the characters Bianca, Emilia, Brabantio, and Roderigo? Leila.
Othello.
Othello is correct. Oh boy, it's time for another math question. This one does take 15 seconds. Here we go. Mike takes his dad to Jack's Steakhouse. The bill was $56. After leaving a 20% tip, what was the total that Mike paid? Charles.
$67.20.
That is correct. We've got a couple of good teams here. It's a round one. We'll come back with round two right after this. Welcome back, everybody. We've got a good game. Check out the end of round one. We have a score of Cascade Christian with 90 and North Valley with 80. And now we begin round two. Here's how we play that. We like round one in many ways. All questions worth 10 points, those toss-up questions, if answered correctly. 5 seconds to respond after I've finished reading, and 15 seconds for some math questions. But unlike round one, on round two, when a team answers a toss-up question correctly, they receive an exclusive 10-point bonus question. So let's begin with the toss-up. This is for both teams. Government. This is an American politician and businessman. He served as the 13th Secretary of Defense from 1975 to 1977 and as the 21st Secretary of Defense from 2001 to 2006. He's both the youngest and the oldest person to have served as Secretary of Defense. Who is this? Donald Rumsfeld. Toss-up question, both teams, geography. This was the 33rd state admitted to the Union, the 27th most populated. Its current president of the state Senate is Peter Courtney. What state is this? The state of Oregon. Toss-up question, both teams, history, both teams, here we go. He replaced the decade's new economic policy with a highly centralized command economy and 5-year plans. Name the leader of the Soviet Union during World War II. Jackson.
Joseph Stalin.
That is correct. This is a bonus question just for Cascade Christian. It's a history question. Tenochtitlan. Let me try that again. I can't say it. Tenochtitlan, we'll go with it, was the capital of this people who were ruled by Montezuma and controlled central Mexico when Cortez arrived. Who's this?
The Aztecs.
Aztecs is correct. I practice that. I can't say it once in a while. Toss-up question, both teams now. Both teams. Science. Many earthquakes occur along this fault. Name the fault that is a... Daphne.
San Andreas Fault.
That's the one we were looking for. Bonus question just for North Valley, odds and ends. Several of this religion's celebrations are marked by carrying a hexagonal portable shrine with a phoenix carving at the top. Name this religion whose shrines contain vermilion-colored gates consisting of 2 vertical posts topped by 2 horizontal lintels.
Hinduism?
It's Shinto. Toss-up question, both teams now. Both teams back in. Geography. This is the name of a region in Southeast Asia that contains Burma, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and parts of Malaysia. What is this region called? Andrew.
Indonesia.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for North Valley. This is the name of a region in Southeast Asia that contains Burma, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and parts of Malaysia. What is this region called? Andrew.
Southeast Asia.
Nope, we had that in the question. It's Indochina. Toss-up, math question, 15 seconds to answer. Here we go, both teams. Give me the total of the following 3 numbers. 14.2 plus 12.7 plus 5.5. Andrew.
22.4.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for North Valley. Give me the total of the following 3 numbers. 14.2 plus 12.7 plus 5.5. Andrew.
32.4.
32.4 is correct. Bonus question just for North Valley. This is a music question. Name this American composer of songs such as Summertime, I Got Rhythm, the opera Porgy and Bess, and Rhapsody in Blue.
Gershwin?
Gershwin is correct. Toss-up question, both teams. This is a grammar question. In grammar, this joins words or groups of words. Examples are and, Charles.
A conjunction.
Conjunction is correct. Bonus question just for Cascade Christian history. The CIA instituted Operation Ajax to overthrow one leader of this nation, which was ruled by the Kahar dynasty until 1925. Name this nation where the Communist Tudeh Party was forced underground.
Nam.
No, Iran. Toss-up question now. Both teams, odds and ends. Elizabeth Tower holds the largest four-paced chiming clock in the world. What is the nick? Anna?
Big Ben.
Big Ben is what we're looking for. Bonus question just for North Valley. This is a science question. Get ready for this one. One protein involved in this process is held by sliding clamps. Name this process catalyzed by DNA polymerase before the start of mitosis, the copying of the genome.
Meiosis?
No, DNA replication, and we were looking for replication. All right, toss-up question now. Both teams' government. Name this organization that was formed after World War II to promote world peace. Its headquarters are in New York. Jackson?
The United Nations.
That's what we were looking for. Bonus question just for Cascade Christian. This is world studies. A nationalist movement called Magali Idea sought to expand this nation's territory into the Ottoman Empire and may have been responsible for several military defeats to Turkey. Name this nation whose Balkan War victories gained control over Crete. Captain?
Greece.
Greece is correct. Toss-up question, both teams, literature. In its frame story, King Shahryar repeatedly delays the execution of his wife, Scheherazade. For 10 points, name this collection of stories, which includes the tales of Sinbad and Ali Baba. Jackson.
1,000 Nights.
Yep, we'll take it. Correct. It's got many names. You got one. All right, bonus question just for Cascade Christian. Art. After the death of Sangallo, Paul III appointed this man as chief architect of St. Peter's. His Pieta is now located within St. Peter's. He's also known for a marble statue of David.
Michelangelo.
That is correct. Toss-up question, both teams, music. Music composed for this instrument is often written for 3 staves, including one indicating the foot pedals. Name this instrument. Anna.
Organ?
That's correct. Bonus question just for North Valley. History. A predecessor said of him, "No man ever started so low that accomplished so much in all our history." Name this president. The first to employ James G. Blaine as Secretary of State, through whom his administration intervened diplomatically in the War of the Pacific. Captain?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Nope, James Abram Garfield. Toss-up question now, both teams. Explorers. He brought large portions of mainland Mexico under the rule of the King of Castile. Name this Spanish. Andrew.
Cortez.
Cortez is correct. Bonus question just for North Valley. This is a geography question. In 2000, 17 American sailors were killed off the coast of this country in the bombing of the USS Cole. In 1962, this nation was partitioned, with the northern half backed by neighboring Saudi Arabia. Name this country on the Arabian Peninsula, home to the cities of Aden and Sana'a.
Pakistan?
No, Yemen. That's who we were looking for. That's it. We're out of time. We'll come back, tell you the score right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we had two teams that did an admirable job tonight. And here is the score at the end of the game. We have Cascade Christian 160, North Valley 140. These are times when I'm delighted. It's a double elimination tournament. This means North Valley will be back. Such a good job, you guys. I'm looking forward to you coming back, too. Cascade Christian, we have a sophomore that's captain, Jackson Williams. Tell me, how'd you become captain?
Well, I was actually captain last year, and so that dynamic worked, so we just thought we'd try it again.
Oh, I see. It's not called superstition, it's strategy.
Exactly.
No, actually, you did a good job, Captain. I know you guys, both teams showed up pretty good on the bonus questions, so excellent strategy. Keep it up. Next week, we have Marshfield versus Henley. Please join us then. Take care.